So did you know that XP Metal Detectors offers free updates for a wide range of their products? And best of all, it's completely free and easy to do. Now in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to update the Icon RC, and I'm also going to be showing you how to update the WSA ST headphones that come bundled with the XP Icon. Now step number one is going to require you to go onto your PC, Mac or laptop. You're going to need to navigate to the XP Updater website, where of course you're going to need to either create an account or sign in with your previously created credentials. Now if this is your first time logging into the XP Updater website, you will have to create an account, but it's really simple to do. Just head to the bottom of the web page and click Create Account. Now just remember to pay extra close attention when putting in your email address and password, because a validation email will need to be sent to that address before you can log in and do the update. Now the validation email will look very similar to this, and all you need to do is click the button that says Validate Your Account. And once that's done, you can now return to the XP Updater login page, where you can put in your email address that you previously created and the password associated with it. Now at this stage, you just need to click Read the Tutorial. And here you will be presented with a page which shows you all the different devices within the ecosystem which can be updated. Now today we're updating the XP Icon remote, and the process for updating this remote is exactly the same as the XP Icon X. So the first thing we're going to need to do is turn on the remote. Now we simply hold down the power button until the display becomes active. And all we need to do is just push the options cog on the right hand side. By pushing this button 3 times, you will now land on the update icon. And it's here we now need to hold the button down for 4 seconds. Now once you've done that, the remote control will now display the word up, meaning it's now in update mode, where we can move on to the next step. This is where we now need to get our 3-way charging cable and locate the data USB-C lead. Now to access the USB-C port on the remote control itself, you just need to hold down the lock button and release the watertight cap. In here you will clearly see the USB-C port, where we now need to put the lead and USB-C connector in nice and tight so that it's not loose. So we now need to take the other end of the lead, which is the USB, and pop that into a compatible port on our computer, laptop or Mac. Now it's at this stage a small box will appear indicating that a device has now been plugged into your computer. It will display the words XP Deus 2, and we just need to highlight this and then click Connect. So we're now presented with a page which shows you exactly which type of device has been connected into the computer. It also shows you what the current firmware version of that device is, and also what the selected firmware is that we're looking to update it to. So during this really important phase, it's very important not to disturb the data transfer and to not touch the cable or the device. My advice is just to leave it sat there doing its thing and wait for the update process to go through. So after a short period of time, you will notice that it now says Success, and your remote now displays the word OK, meaning that you're free to go ahead and unplug the USB-C cable. So now all we've got to do is reinstate the waterproof cap on the side and then turn the remote off so that we can move on to the WSA ST headphones. Now to update the WSA ST headphones, you have to hold down a series of buttons for 12 seconds. But I've got a little tip. First of all, what you want to do is hold down the minus button 1 second before the plus button. And then, whilst you're holding it down for 12 seconds, hold it close to your ear, where of course you'll hear a notable audio indication telling you that the headphones are now in update mode. You will also notice that the LED indicator at the top of the headphones is now flashing once every 1 second. That's another indicator that the headphones are now ready to receive the update. Now at this stage we remove the protective cap on the bottom and then insert the USB-C lead into the bottom nice and firmly. So once you're satisfied that you've got the correct firmware, you simply just need to push the update button. So once the update has been successful, you're now free to unplug the USB-C lead from the bottom of the headphones. So congratulations, because you have now updated your Icon RC and your WSA headphones to the latest version available. But if for any reason any of the previous steps didn't quite go through as they should, here's a couple of tips which might help you out. Sometimes when you plug your device in, your computer doesn't see or recognize a device at all. If this happens to you, there are two things to check. You just need to make sure that you have definitely put your device in update mode. You're also going to need to check that you're using the correct cable that came with your device. And sometimes, although very rarely, make sure that the USB port that you're using on your computer is compatible for data and that it's not just a charging port. Now it's also important to mention that not every web browser is compatible with the XP Updater website. We recommend using Google Chrome. Now sometimes, in very rare instances, data transfer issues can happen, and this is where your device can get stuck in the update mode. Now if this does happen to you, then all you simply need to do is unplug the USB-C lead from the device that you're updating. Then go onto your browser and log out of your account, and then close the browser down. After a short period of time, open the browser back up, log back in with your credentials, and then go back to the device which you were updating. Because the device is already in update mode, you simply just need to plug in the USB-C device, where your machine will now pick up a device that's ready to be updated. Now as you can see, updating the XP Icon, Icon X or WSA headphones really is pretty simple. But let's take a little reminder at just how easy it is to also update the XP Deus 2 remote or the WS6 headphones. Now after turning your device on, you just need to push the options button. And now we just need to navigate down to where it says settings. Once you're there, press select. Now using the middle button again, just keep pushing it until you see update. Then push select. It will ask you if you want to confirm the update, so just push yes again. So we now need to go to the back of the Deus 2 RC and unscrew the watertight plug that reveals the 6-pin adapter. Now locate the 6-pin adapter on your 3-way charging cable and make sure that you put it in nice and securely. You now need to take the single USB end and pop that into a compatible port onto your laptop, Mac or PC. Now the latest firmware will always appear at the top of the list on the left hand side. So select which one that you want to install onto your XP Deus 2 remote, then simply click Update. Now the RC will boot up, it will show you that you've now got the latest firmware installed onto it, and then of course you can turn it off and move on to your headphones. Now once the headphones have turned on, we're just going to need to push the options cog on the left hand side. Now push it again 3 times until settings appears, and at this stage you now need to hold down the options cog to go into the settings menu. Now push the options button again until you see update displayed, and at this stage we now need to hold the button down again, and that will ask us if we want to confirm the update process. So just flick onto the other side and confirm it by pushing the menu button, and then insert the USB-C lead into the bottom nice and firmly. So once again select the exact same firmware that we recently updated the Deus 2 RC, and once you're satisfied, then just push update. And there we go. We have now successfully updated all of our devices to the latest firmware version. But thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.